Hi, Stefan Swartling here. This video will be about Bose Companion 2 Series 3 computer speakers. So let's begin. I bought the Mac Mini M1 computer only to be used for video editing in Final Cut Pro, and it has been incredibly good for my video production for my YouTube channel. So I decided that I needed some good speakers to the computer too, and I didn't need any speakers with a subwoofer and so on. So I needed some good speakers that I could have on the table where my monitor is. So I didn't need a subwoofer and so on. So I decided to go for some really good speakers that only has one left and one right speaker. So I decided to buy the Bose Companion 2 Series 3 speakers. Yes, I know they are a bit old, some years or so, but they are still very good speakers, and many YouTubers and many audio productions still recommends them for computers. So I decided to buy them, and it started with an unboxing of them first, and I must say that the packaging was terrible. It was almost impossible to break through their plastic packaging. I had a really hard time opening it up, but after that it was a breeze to set these up. Just plug in the cables and they are ready to go with a Mac Mini M1. One good thing I noticed when I set these up was that it has two inputs. That's really good. One from the computer and another that you can, for example, connect an iPhone or an iPad to. So that's really great to have. And also it has some headphone jack at the front of the right speaker. That's really good because I connected it to the headphone jack on the Mac Mini. So now I don't have a headphone jack on the Mac. So now I can use the headphone jack on the speaker itself. And just above the headphone jack you have the volume control on the right speaker, and that is also good because you can turn off the speaker when having the volume control all to the left. The sound quality then, well, I think they sound perfectly fine for my use, but they are on my table where I have the computer and so on, and that table will have the bass resonate, so the bass can actually be quite much with these speakers sometimes. So it sounds best when you have the volume turned down a bit, so you have a lower volume, but when you raise the volume I can hear the bass resonant in the table itself, and that makes the bass sound too much somehow. So my recommendation is that these speakers should actually stand on a better, more stable environment or material. And also my room here in the studio have quite a bit of echoing, so that bass resonant in the table makes it echo a bit too when you have very high volume. So my recommendation to use these speakers is not to have them on a table that is quite large with much resonance. But that is not the speakers itself's fault actually. So the speakers itself has very good sound quality. I'm so happy with the sound quality. That is exactly what I need as monitors when I do video editing. And that is the full purpose for these speakers for me. I will use them only for video editing, nothing else. And they are great for that. And I also think they looks a lot nicer than, for example, Logic speakers and so on. They really look very professional, exactly as all Bose speakers do. So I think the design of these are excellent. And the volume control is really easy to reach when you have it on the front of the right speaker. So that's really good. But with a Mac you have always the Magic Keyboard for Mac, and you have all the controls you need on a Magic Keyboard. So you have pause, play, rewind, volume up, volume down, mute and all that directly on the keyboard. So that's great for me when I'm video editing, because when I'm video editing in Final Cut Pro I almost always use a lot of keyboard shortcuts. So that's great to be able to pause and play and all that too on the same keyboard. So actually the only complaint I have is that they have quite much bass when they stand on a table with much resonance on, at least when you have high volume on the music or what you are listening to. Otherwise everything is excellent with these speakers. I really love them and they are good for what they are meant for computers. So I can actually highly recommend these. They are quite cheap to buy for the quality you get. They cost here in Sweden 1,000 Swedish crowns and I think it's worth it. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need more subscribers and please like this video so more people can see it. Okay, bye.